Hi guys, so this video is about Paul is moving. Oh no! I mean, first it was who's that famous blogger? Hmm, what is the name? Bad Brown. Oh no no no! My brain. Bad Brown is moving to Mexico. He was thinking about moving to Mexico. Oh, the other day I was just like there's a violence going on in Mexico. I don't know exactly where or exactly where is Bad Brown. Try to locate. But this he was talking about next year. It's not like this year. Talking about next year, like maybe February, something like that. He wants to move back to Mexico. And then just last week, there's a big violence going on, a spread killing. Oh, I don't know. And then if you check on the State Department, it has a big warning to American citizens that are thinking of visiting Mexico to be very careful. But I know there's a lot of expat also living in Mexico, so I still don't know. I think it's good because if you want to like go back and forth between U.S. and Mexico, Mexico will be ideal. It will be. I have not checked on Mexico, but I think from what I'm hearing from according to Bad Brown, the cost will be almost like in the Philippines, and then you closer to home. So and he has his family in California, so it's much easier for him. Or if he has to come back for medical reason, much closer, much easier, right? Just cross the border. But it just the criminal activities. It just you just don't know, in Mexico. I'm sure there's a good location and there's also a lot of bad location. But according to Paul, the reason is moving is because I believe it's noise. It's because of the noise, and I can understand that part. That's my also my. I think it will be my problem if I go back to the Philippines. It's the noise. I cannot stand the noise. I'm a private person. I just like to keep it. I like things quiet. I hate, when the neighbors partying. Once in a while it's okay. Like if they have a birthday, like maybe let's say once a year, I'm okay with that. But knowing Filipino, they gotta have party almost like every weekend. So that is gonna be a problematic for me. And then I was, I have a place in the Philippines. I don't plan to go back and live there because it's a townhouse. It's a townhouse, and you know what is a townhouse? It's all attached to each other, and there's a lot. That development is like if I not mistaken, it's like a hundred or 150 townhouse in there. So you're talking about big development. Mm, at that time when I was living there, because we bought it, it's new. We were the first one in the tenant, and then they still keep building it. So it's not that many people. We are just only few of us living there at that time. But then when I went back, I see it. This it's just full right now. It's just full of people. I don't like it too crowded for me. So if I go to the Philippines, don't think I would be if I have to rent. I don't want to rent a townhouse. I think I'm okay with like a condominium because condominium you have security downstairs, and people are more probably this is my just my thinking. People will be more careful to make noise because you can always call the security and complain it, right? So yeah, probably I would prefer a condominium or a house, with backyard, so it's away from the neighbor. Having said that, and then I was watching, I think Will, OC farming in the Philippines. it just I couldn't imagine. Will has a big lot, and then when he was, he went out, the music from the neighbor was having a big party. It was so loud that I mean, just for me, I was watching it. I can picture myself going nuts already. By just watching the video, I'm gonna go nuts with that music, and between the music and the dog and the rooster, and this is it's all happening. It's the same complaint Paul was saying. Between the dog and the the chicken. They said chicken, and then also I was surprised that when Paul said they were looking, they're looking for apartment, and I was surprised that Mart from Every Man Has a Story, one of my favorite too. Um, he was leaving. He was going to move from his apartment. I thought he has a beautiful apartment, big, spacious, very nice, clean, and then downstairs he lives upstairs, and then it's only 500 a month. I thought that was pretty good deal. And then downstairs you have like a big space, also have a carport, and then you can do a barbecue grill, and there's a caretaker there, and then I think it's also in front of water, so it's like waterfront. So I thought that was what a great find. And then Paul was saying that Mart was also complaining the same thing. Same thing with before. If you're going out, you have to go through five. Oh no, seven dog. you have to get through seven dog, and then in the back there's two chicken. Between the dog and the chicken, you are confined between the dog and the chicken. So that's this is the thing that the foreigner has to keep this in mind. When you go to like a third world country, you're gonna have this a situation like this, especially in the Philippines. There's a lot of dogs and there's a lot of chicken. People love that. They use dog for protection, and then chicken, of course. I don't know. Maybe it's a sport, something. They love to have their chicken. Filipino love their chicken, right? And then they love to drink. Every on weekend they love to drink. They like to party. They love karaoke. So you have to. And then I was looking at the rental right now in the Philippines, and the target market. I was looking at the BGC, and then also I was checking on Makati. I kind of like the BGC when I did not really spend a lot of time. I just go browse a little bit, but I've seen a couple of condominiums kind of nice at BGC, and then I don't need a big space. But I don't want to be cramped also. I cannot stand on a very cramped space. Especially, those, like you've seen these spaces like very narrow, long and narrow. I hate that. I prefer, like a square. I cannot be on the narrow things. So yeah, I'm thinking about something like, if I live in the BGC area, I'd like to have at least, I check around 100 square meter would be beautiful if I can find, at my price range. And then, but I seen like maybe 75, 80 square meter. I think I'm okay with that, 75, 80 square meter, a condominium. And then the rent is about, you can get it like 1,500 a month to 2,000. It's not so bad. Between 1,500 to 2,000, you can get a good condominium at BGC. That is what I was looking. And then, or if you want, you can like live in a place like Dumaguete, and you can get apartment for like $500, and it's very nice apartment. I've seen also. I also checked, and I've seen it like they can get more than 100 square meter, big, almost some the townhouse is big, and then the house also you can get the house. But again, when you know it's gonna be problem is the neighbor, So I don't know. And then one of the other thing that Paul mentioned also, that he might just totally leave Philippines because he want to go to Thailand, I think Cambodia or Vietnam, something like that. That he wants to do it while he's still, while he's still young. He while he still can. I love the idea because my plan was also, hopefully, I always talk about my plan. It always never happened. That's also my dream was, or I should just say my dream was to go, let's say, go to a country like I never been to Thailand. I love to go to Thailand and Vietnam. I love Vietnamese food. I love Thai food. Those are also my target, and I would like to live there when I retire. Like a couple of months. And I always love Japan. I would love to live in Japan, at least 3 months. Three months in Japan, something like that. And that I think that's what Paul intends to do also. Go there and live a couple of months there, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, and see if that is what you really want. And then and then try another country. While you still can, and that also fit what I plan to do. And I think one of the key that I really enjoy his advice was he would not sign up for a list for a year, because most of the lists I seen it also when I was checking the condominium, they all want a 1 year lease. So he suggests to foreigner going to the Philippines, you should just go month to month, and I think that's really good advice, because you never know. You don't want to stuck it for a year and then you have this barking dog like crazy next door, and or all of a sudden the next door just buy a dog or adopt a dog. Don't get me wrong, I love dog, I love cat, but I just cannot stand the noise. Some here in state, more people are more the dog and the cat are more disciplined, I think, than in Philippines, because the Philippines, they just live it in one space. They don't most of the Filipino I know, I mean, they are Filipino, treat their dog like family, but mostly treat the dog as their security, in the Philippines. So it's a different environment. So yeah, I did share this on my other video. That is like a big turnoff to foreigners. You have to watch out with all these things. With the noise. The noise is going to be, maybe that will kind of break you, or and then like you will make the decision to leave the Philippines because of the noise. I think one of the key probably was the relationship, and then the noise, and then what else, and then responsibility. I think is that goes with the relationship. Once you find a Filipina, and then sometime, yeah, not sometime, most of the time, you're Filipina, you are married to your Filipina family, so you just have to watch out, with all those things. But anyway, don't want to make it too long, so let me know your thought on this video, and thank you all for watching. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.